Then maybe record this and send it to him later. So I've talked about I'm going step by step on how to create a professional profile on LinkedIn. I have talked about your name. I've also talked about your picture, and I'm currently on your cover photo. So like I said, your cover photo should be something that communicates authority. Now, what are the examples of things that can communicate authority? Your cover photo can be something that is designed that highlights who you are or what you do. For example, if you're a content marketer, you are realtors, and I'll talk about realtors specifically, right? But maybe if you're a content marketer, you can put content marketing or content marketing experts as on the design, on the graphic design on your profile. But if you're a realtor and your brand, and this is what is important. If you're a realtor and your brand is all about properties, then you can put maybe a cover photo that has properties, or that has like a picture of properties, or a graphic design cover photo that just has your name and then maybe realtor by the side, something very simple. The goal is to convey authority, to increase trust. Your cover photo is an opportunity for you to increase trust by putting out something there. All right. And I'll tell you a bit about why this is important in a moment, right? One of the things I want to say still about the cover photo, let me show you an example, is the size. Give me a second. So if I click on this place, which is the edit, it's called the background photo, right? Now, if you notice, you can adjust a full picture. What was there before was a full picture. You can adjust it and things like that to this size. It's always a long kind of picture. All right. So you have to make sure that whatever you're going to choose, the frame, the part of the picture you put in the frame is the part that you want people to see. All right. That is your cover photo. That's what's at the top of your page. And I was going to say something. I was going to say that while your cover photo conveys authority, you need to be sure of the brand you're trying to build. Now, I know that there are some realtors that have maybe another brand, let's say, selling real estate properties and, lands, houses, and things like that is something that you do. But you do it in conjunction with another brand, with another personality. Let's say, for example, you work in a company or in an organization, and you also sell real estate. That is also fine. In fact, you can brand your LinkedIn to reflect the organization you work in or the company you work for, right? But then when I start talking about content marketing strategies, which I don't think you should miss that session, because like I said, these sessions are sequential. This is just the first. This is about your profile, all right? But when I start talking about content marketing strategies for LinkedIn, you will know how, even though your profile, all right, may not at the very top reflect real estate at that cover photo site, even if it doesn't reflect real estate, you can use content marketing strategies to still generate leads and sell on LinkedIn. But that won't be for today. I just wanted to put that out there so that you are a part of future sessions. So now I've talked about your cover photo, I've talked about your profile picture, I've talked about your name. Now this particular segment here is called the headline, the place where you have, I hope you can see my mouse, where on my own end, I have senior growth and product marketing manager, performance and data-driven marketing expert, marketing and data science, because I'm currently taking programs in data science at the moment, AI strategies and prompt engineer, SEO, SEM, and content right now. This place, to an extent, kind of highlights who you are professionally and what you're involved in. So in this place, some of you can put realtor, you can put real estate consultant, all right? You can add something apart from what you do. So if you're a full-time realtor, definitely you can put a real estate consultant or real estate expert here, right? Just to give you that some sort of a direction towards what you do. Now, there are some people that put in different kinds of things. I'll do give me a second. Let me do a quick of a pause of share, just to give you some context. So what your headline does is that it allows people to search for you and what you do easily. Now, I'll show you an example of my friend, and just to give you an idea of what a headline is with someone in your industry. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and resume this. Give me a second. Let me resume share. Right. Hopefully you can see my screen. Now, this is a friend of mine, Mercy Okeke, and she's in the real estate industry too. And you can see what her headline is. Her headline talks about what she does. So I provide decent housing solutions and real estate education for sustainable cities. All right. Advocate of these SDGs, grow my network through real estate. I can help you do the same. So your headline essentially should communicate who you are, what you do, and how you do it. Now, that is one way. All right. A framework for headlines is one framework is who you are, what you do, and how you do it. This is one framework you can use. Another framework you can use is your professional titles and your professional skills. So two major frameworks you can use for headlines on LinkedIn. First is who you are, what you do, and how you do it. All right? Who you are, what you do, and how you do it. A second framework is your professional titles and your skills. So this framework here is the first one, which is who you are, what you do, and how you do it, right? While the headline that's on my own profile, which I'll show in a minute again, is the headline that has to do with your professional titles and your skills. So SEO and SEM, which is search engine optimization, is a marketing term, is a skill. Growth and product marketing manager is a title, it's like a job title, is what I do, right, on a day-to-day, right? So these are frameworks you can use for your headlines that allows you to be searchable. So if someone searches, let me give you a very real-time example, because like I said, this is a small session, so it's very practical. I'm not going to just use slides, right? So if I search for real estate consultants in Nigeria, for example, or if I search for realtor in Nigeria, I just use real estate consultants as an example. Now, there are some people that come up immediately. Can you see these people? Delit, Faith, Olufadeke. I don't know these people, right? I don't know them. But let's say an example. Let me change from real estate consultant to realtor. Realtor, so realtor in Nigeria. So can you see? So this person, is a brand and marketing communication manager. But the question is, how come this person that is this and this person that is a sales expert, business strategist, how come they are coming up when it comes to realtor? Now, let me click on this and show you something. Now, if you look at this, can you see this? What can you see on his headline? Can you see this on his headline? Is this getting practical? Like, I know why I'm sharing my screen directly. I'm going straight into LinkedIn as opposed to just, giving you points and things like that. I want it to be practical. Can you see this on his headline? I don't know if we're here. So if you notice on his headline, he has brand and marketing communications manager. He has copywriter, but what else does he have? Realtor. He has realtor there. So because of that realtor, he becomes searchable. What you put on your headline is what will enable people to see you. So you will need to put something around real estate, all right? If you're into real estate, you put something around real estate on your headline. It can be real estate consultant, it can be realtor, just something that communicates the fact that you're in the real estate industry. All right, I'll still go ahead and talk about, when I talk about connections, I'll talk about why he's showing before some other people, right? Because we have a second-degree connection, but I won't go too deep into that for this class. Most likely in the next session, I'll talk about connections and how to build them, how to build a network on LinkedIn. But today we're talking about building your profile, and I'm seeing that we have just a very short time to go. So let me go back. I stopped at headline. This is the headline, and like I just showed you in that example, it's important to put, what you do on your headline. Why? If you put it there, it becomes easy for people to search. When people are searching for what you do, they can see you as one of the options, right? That's how headline is important. Now I'll go downwards a bit. I think I have just a few more minutes. It seems that we have a few more minutes before this particular meeting on Zoom ends. So I'll just round up in a few minutes and would conclude for today, and we'll have further sessions. Now, because I'm seeing like an 8 minutes timer, something of that nature, I'm not sure why. Now, if you scroll down a bit along my profile, The next thing that is important after these things at the headline, if you scroll down, the next thing that is important is what I call your experience. All right. I'll come back to about, but your experience is really important. Now, in terms of experience, even if you don't have a lot of experience, right? If I scroll down, I have like a number of things that people have worked with. I'm a Meta League trainer with Digital 360. Currently, I have worked as a digital marketing manager with a climate tech organization in the United States. I've worked with Meta, like I said, as a digital marketing expert through Teleperformance. I've worked as a marketing consultant with the African Ministers Council on Water, which is a Pan-African organization. And if I go down, you still see like a lot of other roles that I've held over a period of time. But if you're just starting out, or if you don't have maybe a lot of corporate experience, you can actually put out the experience you currently have as maybe a realtor working with an organization. And how do you do that? If I click on this plus sign here and I click on add position, you will see the things that go into creating an experience. The first is the title. What is the title of your role? It can be as simple as realtor. All right. It can be realtor, it can be real estate agent. Sometimes it can be, some people use real estate consultants, but whatsoever that title is, it can be as simple as realtor, right? Employment type, is it full-time? Is it part-time? Are you self-employed? Are you freelancing? Is it contract, internship, apprenticeship? Some of you may be on contract. Some of you may be freelancing as a realtor. Some of you may be full-time. Some of you may be self-employed. Let's say you're a realtor, but you're working on your own, or you're working with a company part-time. You can put your part-time there. Then the company name. Okay, so if the company is actually on LinkedIn, you can search for that name and put it out there. And that's why it is important that we create, company accounts, right? So once you have a company account, you can search for that company account, and, put it out there as a company you are affiliated with. If you're affiliated with a company, sometimes you can be affiliated with a company and you just put out that name there. What it does is communicates authority. Where is that company located? You can put Lagos here, Lagos State, Nigeria. Which is, it's quite simple. Location type, is it on-site, hybrid, remote? You can put on-site or you can put remote if you're working remotely. Are you currently working here? Yes, you are. When did you start? You can put your start date, June 2023. If you started June of this year, what's the industry? Under industry, you should put real estate. That's it here. Real estate is your industry. Description is as simple as, what do you do on the role? What are the things you've done on this role? That is what you add as your description. And when you're done with that, you click on save. This is a simple step-by-step way to create an experience on LinkedIn. There are things like skills, which are also okay. You can put a skill like marketing. Marketing can be a skill. Content creation can be a skill. These are some skills you use in real estate, right? You can ask yourself, what are the skills I use in real estate, right? So you put these things down and you're ready. Your experience is saved. Once you click on save, this experience would appear here, just like I'm discarding this because I don't want to say, but your experience will appear on this place, just like these other experiences. This is important when you're creating a professional profile. You want to make sure that you have at least one experience, at least one. It doesn't have to be a real estate experience, but let there be at least one experience. You can be an intern, you can be, a consultant, you can be whatever role you currently hold. You can be a marketer. Let's say that you market, for a company, right? You can use marketer at this company, but make sure you're working with that company. Make sure you're doing something with that company, right? And put out an experience there so that when people come to your profile, there's that feeling of trust. Really important, right? And the last thing I'll talk about for this particular session is education. Now, for education, you can put, maybe if you're whatever your educational level is, most times it's great to start with your university education. If you have that ready, if you don't have it yet, it's still fine. We have realtors that are students and they're doing really well. All right. So if you are currently in school, you can actually put that you're still in school. For example, I'm currently doing my second MBA in management and leadership, and I'll be graduating next year. I'm not done yet, but it's already here. Why? You are able to put a future date of graduation and still add it on LinkedIn. So if you're currently in school, you can do that. This was my first MBA in marketing and marketing management, right? I'm done with that, right? So you can put whatever your education is, you can put it out there on LinkedIn. Remember, the goal is to build trust. The goal is to build credibility and to make your profile more professional, right? Now, because this Zoom meeting will be ending really soon, from what I can see here, we have just less than 2 minutes there about to finish up. I'm going to give a pause here. I'll see if I can take one question, or if I can take a question today, maybe one will have another session. You can come with any question you have from this session, and I'll be able to take that. And I really would want to interact more. Now, LinkedIn is a new platform to a lot of you, so I know that you're still trying to get a hang of it. So I'm going to break it down. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. If there's some things I'm teaching that you already know, that's fine. Give some grace to those that don't know it, so that they can learn from it and they can grow from there. All right. So if you have a question, probably you can send it to, let me just, I don't know, maybe you can send it to the admin or the person that shared this with you that can communicate it with me, or you can send it to my email. I'm trying to send my email. You can, if you want my email, you need to speak with my host, right? So you can speak with the people that brought me on board, and then if you want to contact me, you can contact me through them, and you can get the details that you need. But I can assure you that if you can learn how to use LinkedIn really well, you're able to break into a certain kind of audience that is not yet saturated and that a lot of people do not yet know how to leverage, right? And this is what I'll be taking you through step by step, all right? So this is where I'll be coming to an end for today. The session would end automatically soon. I think Zoom has some sort of a limit on timing. So if you start a meeting, I'm not sure, maybe 40 minutes or so, I think. So because of that, it's affecting our time. But hopefully by the next session, we'll be able to get a way around that, so that it doesn't cut us at the middle abruptly. But for now, this is where we'll be coming to an end for today. Thank you so much for being a part of this session. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you saw something new. Remember, the goal is to leverage LinkedIn as a platform, and not just to leverage it, but to leverage it for sales. You want to be able to sell. You want to be able to generate high quality leads and sell to them. And we will be showing you how to go about that. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your night. This meeting may end at any time, so I'm just trying to finish up before it ends, so that it doesn't. I'm seeing less than a minute here, so it doesn't cut us off. So thank you so much to our host. Thank you, Mr. Hassan. I think Mr. Hassan is here. Do you want to say something, Mr. Hassan, before the meeting ends? It's just,
thank you, Steven. You are always a delight to listen to. So I just can't stop listening